The other day, I woke up early, had some breakfast, and decided to head to some antique shops. The usual stuff. There's so much stuff here, I love it. Check out these sequences. Quite often I'm just browsing, but if you go there enough times, eventually you'll find something that really catches your eye. This was one of those days. In one of the cabinets, I saw a mandolin unlike any I'd ever seen before. It was called a Trekkelin and it was hand-built. I'm always cautious when buying something on a whim, so I decided to leave it be. However, I could not stop thinking about it for the rest of the day. So the next day, I got up, had some breakfast, got dressed, and decided to head straight to the antique shop. Thankfully, it was still there. I bought it, brought it home, so let's see what we got here. The tag said that it was made out of an old wine crate. This is confirmed when you look at the back and it says Laithwaite's Wine, the name of a British mail-order wine distributor. Here is what it probably looked like before whoever the creator happens to be decided to turn this into a musical instrument. I was pretty concerned with the neck as there is this gap. The tuning seems to be pretty stable at the moment, but I'll watch out for any wobbling. The strings are also very tense. I know this is standard for such a small 8-stringed instrument, but I've never played a mandolin before, so I don't know if other models are less difficult. The high notes are very difficult to press down. I gave a quick Google search of the name to see if there are any other models like this. I found one image from an alternative eBay search engine. At first I thought this was the same make, but after another look I realised that the markings from the paint were exactly the same as mine. It turns out this isn't just the same model of mandolin, it's the exact same mandolin. This tells me one thing: there is only one mandolin like this in the world and it's in my possession. The mandolin, like the guitar, is a 12-tet plucked string instrument, so I imagine I can pick up the basics quite quickly. Though I definitely don't hold a candle to the professional players out there. There are 8 strings, but they're doubled and tuned in unison, so playing it feels more like 4. I love instruments where you can easily play notes in unison at the same time. It gives this chorus type sound. The pitching is G, D, A, E, the same as a violin, and is most commonly played with a pick. The mandolin is known for its short sustain. Some play with these staccato style notes, while others, to give an effect of longer notes, will play a technique called tremolo picking, where they play the notes up and down in succession rapidly. They aren't massively common in mainstream music, but have found their way in several popular songs. Some of the most noteworthy being Losing My Religion by R.E.M. and Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. I won't play these for copyright reasons, but you know them and you can check them out. Now I want to look into the mandolin's history. The mandolin is part of the lute family. It was developed in the mid-1700s and its name comes from the Italian term mandolino, which translates to small mandola. A mandola is a larger instrument and is to the mandolin what the viola is to the violin, even down to the tuning. The mandolin was made to be a more travel-friendly instrument. Many older models feature a teardrop shape and a bowl-shaped back. These are referred to as bowl-back mandolins. Later on, new models experimented with new looks such as giving it a flat back and adding F-holes. These are called the A-style and the F-style respectively. However, my mandolin doesn't quite fit the mold for any of the ones that I mentioned. It is a flat back, like many of the later models, but doesn't incorporate the F-holes and most notably has a more rectangular shaped body compared to the rounded shaped bodies of most mandolins. I can't say this is the greatest mandolin to play, I haven't even played any others to compare, but I know that this is truly one of a kind. Alright, now I think it's time to start making some music with this thing. I'm still very new to playing an instrument with this high of string tension and this small of a fretboard. I'm planning on sticking to something quite simple. I'm using a drum loop from Dusty Beats and Chilled Hip Hop by Sample Magic, and the keys and bass line is a combination of a basic Logic pad and a reel-to-reel piano made by David Hillowitz in Decent Sampler. I'm not sponsored, but I'll link the reel-to-reel piano and the sample loop in the description if you want to check them out for yourself. I'll be playing in the key of G minor. For this piece, I'm thinking of sticking to the mandolin's staccato sound, partly because I like how it sounds and partly because I'm dreadful at trem picking even on the instruments I'm much better at playing. Alright, let's see how this sounds. And that's the mandolin, or at least what I've done with it. This is an instrument that has so many playing styles and a vast history. I've really only scratched the surface of what can be done with this instrument. Though I'm very new to the mandolin, I would clearly love to make some music like these crazy talented musicians. With some time and practice, maybe, but I still love learning about this instrument. To receive updates on future products, please subscribe, and liking this video also helps out a lot. Also, if you enjoyed the music that I made, then listen to more of my music that I have linked down below. See you next time.